Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to work on the Nova necklace, and this is it right here. So this is the third in our brick stitching around a ring series, or around a component. So here we've brick stitched around these oval and round components. So the first one we did was this one, and this is the Mosaic Bracelet, and we started, this is very simple, we started brick stitching just around a little spacer, a daisy spacer. So we made the bracelet and the earrings, and then the second video is the sunflowers earring, and we did this, we brick stitched around this ring here. So we're progressing to brick stitching around the ring and around an oval. And so we're doing a little bit more challenging brick stitch, doing more rounds just to, you know, get you used to doing a little more brick stitch. The earrings are the exact same component as the necklace, so we're not going to do the earrings today. We're going to just do the entire necklace. If you want to do the earrings, just make one of the components round or the oval, and then go to the sunflowers earring video, and I will pop up a link on the screen and in the description box under the video of how to connect it and put the ear wire on, so you can go to that video. So I'll just want to show it to you real quick. All right, so here it is. Pull in. So I've got 5 components. You can do all rounds or all ovals. It doesn't matter. We're going to learn how to go around these components. Okay, and it's connected with a right angle weave chain. And we have just a very simple crystal and loop closure. So it makes a very pretty necklace, very easy to do. I think, you know, you can do this as a beginner, advanced beginner. It's not difficult. So follow along. If you're having trouble, just go back to the original video and just practice your brick stitch. Brick stitch is all about practicing. This is the only way you get good at it, because there are some judgment calls in brick stitch. The only way you really get good at it is just keep doing it. Just like anything else, you have to just practice, practice, practice. All right, so I'm going to clear the decks and we're going to get a materials list going, and we'll get started on this necklace. All right, see you. Okay, let's get our materials list going. So the most important thing you need for this project are these. You're going to need these links. And they are Beadalon quick links in oval and in round. Now you don't have to use oval and round. You can use all over, all round. You know, it's certainly up to you. But for this piece, you're going to need the oval and the round. I will put links in the description box below the video where you can purchase these. I have a link to, I'll give you a link to Beadalon's website. You can just go to your local craft store and get any rings that you love. I happen to like these for this necklace. All right, so you'll need those. You'll need some 11/0 Delicas. You'll need some 11/0 seed beads. You'll need some 8/0 seed beads. Some little 2x3mm Rondelles. I have a Pear drop. This is a Swarovski pearl that I used here. You can really put anything you like here. You know, put a big old crystal there. That'd look pretty too. I've got an 8mm Swarovski crystal bead here, which I use for the ending. I love this ending for this type of necklace, very light and summery. If you need some 3mm Firepolished beads, that's for the chain here. You can really put anything you like on this. I just, you know, this is what I used. You need a stop bead, 8-pound black satin Fireline. I'm using a size 11 beading needle. I think we got it, so anything I forgot I'll put in the description box below the video. I put all amounts down there, lots of links, lots of good info, so don't forget, go down there, and check out what's under the video. All right, see you. Okay, let's get started. So thread your needle with about 36 to 40 inches of thread. Put on a stop bead and leave about a 10-inch tail, maybe even 12 inches, because I want you to have the option of sewing these together with the tail or working thread. So we're going to have a little extra thread on here. All right, so we're going to do the oval. The oval or the round is the same exact procedure. It doesn't matter. So pick up your piece, pick up a Delica, come through the back of the ring, holding it here with my thumb, and then come back up the Delica. Just Okay, and it really doesn't matter where you start it. I'm just going to start right there. Pick up a Delica, come through the back of your ring, see, it's a little easier when you hold your thumb there. Come back up, get 2 on, just pop it just a teeny bit closer, pick up a Delica, through the back of your ring, and up the Delica, do one more time, come through, back up, put that one into place. So you want to make sure they're sitting next to each other. Don't want them bunched up. So you're just going to continue doing this all the way around your ring, whether it's round or oval. And meet me at the end. You should have about 23 of your 11 Delicas on the ring. The most important thing is that it's nice and even and straight, and you're not bunching all your Delicas up, okay? So you don't have to worry about being an even or odd number here. All right, so get that done. Meet me back here a bead or 2 before the end, and we'll connect it together. All right, see you in a few. Okay, I'm a couple of beads before the end, so we'll do this together. This one is going to be my last bead. Just like that. All right, now we're going to connect. So here's my first bead where the tail thread is coming out of. Coming out of here, just come down this one. With my stop bead out of the way, like that. Come through the ring. Just going to turn the ring around and come right back up that same bead I just went down. So that's the bead where your tail thread is coming out. This makes a nice join here, so no threads are crossed. Okay, just like that. All right, so get that done, and then meet me back here, and we'll start the 8/0s. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so let's do the 8/0s now. So pick up 2 8/0s. You're coming out of this bead here. I mean, if you're coming out of a different bead, it doesn't matter. We're just going to go around in a circle. So I'm coming out of here. I'm going to skip the first thread bridge, and I'm going to come through the second one. See that? And I'm going to come up the second bead. Have my first 2 beads on. Don't worry about that wonky bead. We'll connect him at the end. Pick up an 8/0. Come through the next thread bridge. Like that. An 8/0 to the next thread bridge. Okay, so at this point, depending on where you started and how wide your beads are, etc., you may come to a point where you can't get your thread through the next thread bridge, your bead, or your needle through the next thread bridge. See here, because this bead is covering it. So just pick up an 8/0 and go through the next one. It's kind of like, keeps your beads in line when you do it that way. You see, because if I had put the one through that next thread bridge, it would have just been all bumpy. It wouldn't be straight. Okay. So just keep doing that. And anytime you come across a space where you need to skip a thread bridge or you can't get through a thread bridge, then just skip that one and go through the next one. And that's what you're going to do all the way around. And that's going to give you a nice, even, progression of beads here. You're going to have 17 beads on here. So you should have 17. Really doesn't matter with this pattern if you have more or less. But if you're using 8/0s, you're going to have 17 beads on there. All right. so get that done and then be back here and we'll start the rondelles. All right, see you in a few. Okay, I've got my 17 beads on. I'm going to connect these two. So I'm coming up here. I'm going to go through this one, back up through this one, and now I'm all connected. So this is exactly how it should look. So get that done, then meet me back here, and we'll start the rondelles. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back. So now we're going to do our last round of beads. And just a note for beginners, if you're just watching this and you want to try it, go to the first video of the series and, you know, work it up. There are only 2 videos, previous videos. So, you know, I just go very easy in the first video and then I'm just working up to doing this, which is also very easy. You can do this. All right. So I'm coming out of an 8/0. I'm going to pick up an 11/0, a rondelle, and an 11/0. Let me move these guys out of the way. I'm just going to come through this first thread bridge, back to front. See that? And then I'm going to come up that 11/0 right here. It's going to put my first sequence on. So now I'm just going to pick up a rondelle and 11/0. Going to come through the next thread bridge. So for this round, you're going to go through every thread bridge. A rondelle and 11/0. So all the way around you'll just be picking up, after the first one, you'll be picking up a rondelle, just one rondelle and an 11/0 and one 11/0. Rondelle, 11/0. Just going through every thread bridge. Rondelle and 11/0. And that's going to connect everybody around. So continue all the way around. Stop a couple of beads before because our last bead that we're going to put on is just going to be a rondelle, but you'll see that when we get there. All right, so meet me back here a couple of beads before the end and we'll finish it together. Okay, we're back and we're almost done. So I ran out of my purple rondelles, which is a real bummer, but what are you going to do? And I searched everywhere. Like a good beader, I searched my bead board, I searched my chair, under the cushions, everywhere. And I don't have them. So I ordered some, but in the meantime, I'm just going to use these to fill in, just to get you to the end. So here we go. We're going to do the last few together. So I'm just picking up that rondelle and the 11/0, coming through the thread bridge. I'll pull in a little bit more. So the rondelle and the 11/0. So you're going through every thread bridge on this round. Just coming up the 11/0. Rondelle, 11/0. Just like that. So now I'm almost done. So I have 2 11/0s here, so I only need 1 rondelle. So I'm picking up a rondelle, coming out of this 11/0. I'm going to go down this 11/0 and the 8/0, just to secure it, like that. Then I'm going to come up the 8/0 and the 11/0, so that's the next 8/0 next to the one I was coming out of, and that 11/0. And I'm going to keep this thread on here because I can use this thread to sew my pieces together. All right, so get that done and then meet me back here and we'll start assembling the necklace. All right, see you. All right, so I've arranged my pieces the way I want to sew them together. So I'll give you a couple little options here. If you're using all round rings, just make a nice round necklace. Do 5 rounds. Or if you wanted to use the pattern with the petals, you can make a bigger one in the middle, 2 on the side. I mean, you have so many options here to make this the way you love it. All right, you can just do 1 piece, or just, so really you have a lot of options. Anyway, this is how we're going to do it on the video. So when you're arranging your pieces, you just want to make sure that there's an even number of beads in between where you connect. And the way I do that is I set this oval one out. So I have this one bead at the top right here. I'm going to pull in, because you have some choices here. So I have this one bead at the top here. That's going to be my center. I'm going to start my connections on either side of it, and that's going to assure me that I'm going to have a nice even connection. So this is going to be not connected, and then these two here and these two here are going to be connected by seed beads. So I'm connected to the two round ones. So see, I have this one in the center, and then I start connecting at this point, and this is where the connection's going to be. All right, that being said, if your piece comes out like this and you don't have a rondelle completely in the center, make those two beads. So if it comes out like this, make the two of them where your connection's going to be. So I would leave these two up here, like that, and then connect here and here. And it doesn't matter where you connect on the round ones, because they're round, so it doesn't really matter. This is the connection that's going to matter. So what we'll do is let's get this started. So we'll put these aside for a second, and I'm just going to turn it around. I'm going to do my connection here. So I'm going to use the thread that I have from the tail thread, or the thread that's left over. If not, just add a thread if you want to do it separately. So here's where I'm going to connect, right here. I mean, you could choose to connect lower if you want. That's certainly up to you, but just make sure there's an even number of beads in between your connected pieces, and we'll get to that. So I'm coming out of, wherever you're coming out, it doesn't matter. So I'm coming out of the bottom of a rondelle here. So I want to connect, I'm going to go in sort of in a circle here. So I'm going to take an 11-0, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put an 11-0 between this rondelle and this rondelle, here and here. So I'm just going to pick it up. I'm going to put an 11-0 right there. Okay, and I'm going to put this guy back. So I know this is where my connection is going to be, right here. So now I'm coming out of the bottom of that rondelle. Let me pull in super tight for this. So I'm coming out right here. I'm going to pick up an 11-0. And I'm going to find my connection. So here again, this is where I'm connecting. These 4 beads, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm coming out of here. I'm going to go through this 11-0 on my oval piece. Like that. I'm going to pick up another 11-0. I'm going to go through the next rondelle in the oval piece. Oops. Like that. Pull that through. So here, you see this is my connection here. So I'm going to take one more 11-0, and I'm going to come down the rondelle, the 11-0, and the rondelle on the other side. Like that. And now I'm connected. So if I pull it apart, you'll see what that connection is. So you see how I've just gone around and connected. You can put 2 11-0s there if you want more space in between. It's up to you. I mean, this is where you can actually be, very creative. I connected them very close, but you don't have to. And then I would reinforce this connection by going through the 11-0. The 3 beads. So the rondelle, the 11-0. Rondelle. This gives it kind of like a door knocker type of, like a hinge connection, so it's movable. I like that. And then I'm coming down everybody again. So you're just going to go around a couple of times and get that connected really nicely, and there's your connection. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. So I'll send you off to do that, but here's the one bead right here in the center. I'm going to connect these. All right, so do that. So move your thread. So here, I'll put my thread over there. So here's my thread. All right, and I'm going to connect just like that. All right, so then I will put an 11-0, go through the rondelle, an 11-0, go through the rondelle, an 11-0, go through the rondelle, and an 11-0, and then I'll just sew around again. All right, so get that done. Meet me back here and we'll do the next connection. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. So let's get the next connection going. So in order to get this to be even and look beautiful, let me just come down a teeny bit. I'm just going to count the number of beads in between this connection and this connection and make sure it's even. The same number on either side. So for my original necklace, I counted 8 of my rondelles after my connection. So here's my connection right here, and let me go really tight on this too. Here's my connection bead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to connect on bead number 8. Okay? So here's bead number 8, and then when I do that, I want to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's bead number 8. This is where my other connection is going to go. So I'm coming out, this time I see my thread coming out of 11-0. So just in order to, I just want it to come out of a rondelle, so just move your thread. You know, just sew through the rondelle. So I'm going to count again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to start my connection here. So I keep losing count, so here's my connection right here. I want to start my connection here. So just because I'm neurotic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, 8. So I'm coming out of this rondelle, so to connect here, I'm going to put my first bead here. So it doesn't really matter where you're coming out, you're just going to determine where that first bead's going to go. So that first bead is going to go here to connect the top of the rondelles. Then I'm going to come through the second rondelle on the round one. See, right now, you don't have to, you're good, you're connected, so you don't have to worry about, you know, where you're connected. You can just put your beads in because you're in the right place. So here's my first bead. I've come here. I pick up an 11-0. I'm going to come through this one like that. Don't let your thread get short like mine. Then I'm going to come through. I have to pick this up, this last rondelle, just have get those seed beads on. And now I'm all connected. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's bead number 8. This is where I start my connection. So just put all your 11-0s on that side as well, and until you're all connected, then reinforce, and then meet me back here, and we'll start getting the necklace part on. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back, so let's get the necklace started. So it's really very simple right angle weave necklace that I've added to it, and I like it because I left it really open and airy. I just think it goes with the, you know, with the openness of the necklace. All right, so again, we want to, when we add the chain on, you want to add it in the same place. Of course, I don't have my other component on here. I didn't attach the other one, but here. So I'm going to add it on the same place on either side. So my necklace is nice and even and balanced. So you have to determine where you want to start your chain. I started mine in rondelle number 7. You can start it in number 8. It doesn't matter where you start it. Just hold the piece around your neck and see where you think that chain might fit around your neck. You know, if you have a larger neck or a smaller neck, you might want to change where you put it. So I'm going to count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's bead number 7. Okay, and I'm going to pick up. I'm going to get out my 3mm fire polish and my 11-0s. So pick up an 11-0, a fire polish, an 11-0, a fire polish, an 11-0, a fire polish, and an 11-0. Just like that. And I'll pull in super tight. Okay, I'll just put this aside. So here I am, I'm coming out of this bead right here. If you need to add a thread, go to my how to add thread to a beaded project how-to. Very easy way of adding thread. I just had the thread here and I just snaked around until I came out of this bead right here. So we're going to be using this bead and this bead to start, just to put on the first unit. And this one's going to sort of, you know, so it's going to go over these 3 beads. So here are my beads. So I'm coming out of here. I'm going to skip this one and come through the next one. that. Pull through. Okay, now I want to get back up to the top. So we need to find a thread path to get back up to the top to add more units. So I'm going to come down the next 11-0 and the 8-0. I'm going to come up this 8-0. I'm going to come back down the next 8-0. So I'm just using my beads as a, the road to the top. Okay, so I'm coming out of that 8-0 right here. I'm going to come up this one and the 11-0. If I can get them both at the same time. Like that. Then I'm just going to come through this rondelle. And then through the 11-0. The next rondelle and the 11-0. Like that. So I'm just working my way around and through this fire polish. And that's where I'm going to start my next right angle weave unit. So you see how that puts, that's sort of my base, my right angle weave base to where the chain's going to come out. So pick up an 11-0, a fire polish, an 11-0, a fire polish, an 11-0, a fire polish. Aren't these beautiful, these fire polish beads, these iris purple? They're so pretty. An 11-0. So we have 3 fire polish and 4 11-0s. Coming out of here, let's come on around the other side, put another unit, come through the side, 11-0, fire polish, 11-0, through this one, do it again, 11-0, fire polish, 11-0, fire polish, 11-0, fire polish, and an 11-0. Coming out of here, come around, work your way through the beads, like that. Just want to be coming out of the fire polish. Okay, and that's your next unit. So keep doing that until you have as many units as you need to make the length of your necklace. My one side with the clasp, which is just a crystal, and the other side of the clasp is a loop, is 8 inches. And that gives me, with the center, that gives me about a 21-inch necklace, around 21 inches. Now you have to adjust that to the size you want. You can have it up high like a choker, you can have it a little lower like a collar, you can even go lower like a bib, whatever however it falls on the neck that pleases you. All right, so get this side done and meet me back here and we'll put on the little crystal at the end and then we'll do the other side. All right, see you in a few. We're back, so let's get the crystal on. So of course I'm making the little abbreviated version. So I have this beautiful purple velvet Swarovski crystal. I'm going to pick up 4 11-0s. I'm going to come through the crystal. So I'm coming out of this fire polish. Through the crystal. I'm going to pick up 3 11-0s. And of course you can do any clasp you like. I just like this simple one for this. Kind of come back through the crystal and the 1 11-0. The one right underneath the crystal, like that. I'm going to pick up 3 more 11-0s. I'm going to come through the fire polish, and that puts on my crystal. Just come on up through everyone to reinforce. Come around these guys. Back down. Like this. Come through your 3 beads on the other side. And come back through your fire polish. You can do that a couple of times if you like, to where it's nice and secure. And then once you're happy with how secure it is, you just want to reinforce your end threads by sewing them in. So I'm just coming around my unit. Here we'll do a half hitch knot. We haven't done one of those in a while. So here I'm coming out of with my 11/0s. I'm just going to bring my needle under the piece, make a loop, come through the loop, make sure that loop catches in between the 2 beads like that, and then go through the next couple of beads and pull that knot right into the fire polish. And you can do that all the way down your piece until you feel that it's nice and secure. So there we've got one side on. So now get the other side on, get your whole necklace length on the other side, and then meet me back here and I'll go through the loop with you. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back, so let's get the loop on. So let's pretend I am, I have my whole side on. So I've just picked up a number of beads to fit around the crystal. And for mine, I think I have 5 of the fire polish and 6 of the 11/0s. Just going to come around. So you'll just measure, you'll pop your bead through to see how that fit is, just in case you're using a different size bead. And then I'm just going to reinforce that loop. You can do all 11/0s. You can do 11/0s and do a little peyote edge around it. You can make it as fancy or as plain as you like. You can make a little herringbone loop, really anything that you love. I'm keeping it simple, like that. I'm going to come through this one, and then like I did before, I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm going to just come down my necklace and I'm going to tie the half hitch knots so that I have a nice loop on there. Okay, so you've got your loop on, so get that done. Meet me back here. We have one more segment. We're going to put the drop on. All right, see you in a few. Okay, we're back and we're coming down to the finish, so let's just add this drop on. So I'm coming out of this bead right here. I'm going to put the drop on in between these 2. If your beads don't come out in the same place, you'll just connect it around. If there's just one bead here, just connect it around that one bead. Pick up an 11/0, 2 11/0s. Pick up your pair. Pick up 3 11/0s. And if you have one of those beads that have a horizontal, the hole is horizontal, that'd be beautiful here too. You can even do a wire wrapped loop. So many things you can do with these. Okay, so I'm coming back up. Pick up 1 11/0. Just going to come back up through the other rondelle, the one on the other side, just to put a little 3 bead connection. See, just like that. All right, so then go around and sew your threads in, and then meet me back here, and we'll look at our necklaces. All right, see you in a few. Okay, here we are. Here are necklaces. So here's my little mini that's in process. I'm going to wait for my beads to come in and then finish that one, and probably give it away because I'll have 2 of the same. Here are the earrings. So much fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think we're going to continue on with brick stitch. I'm not sure if it'll be the next video, but the next brick stitch I think we're going to do is we're going to take a component, probably a little bit bigger than this, probably the 20mm one, and we'll brick stitch on the inside. How cool will that be? All right, so that's something to look forward to. All right, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.